Okay, so first off, before I share my screen with you guys so you guys can see the stuff that we have for tonight, just know how freaking excited we are that you guys are all on this call, because that means you guys are ready to take this first big step in really building your business. Tonight, we're going to go over all the ins and outs of what it looks like to be an Emerald coach and why you should want to be an Emerald coach.
Alex, can you please get her?
Why you should want to be an Emerald coach like yesterday. When I first started coaching, I really did not understand, or I didn't want to understand the benefits of being an Emerald coach, just because I was like, oh, well, I don't really know how to talk about the coaching opportunity. I just felt really nervous to share about it. But once I saw the potential that I was missing out on, I was like, why did I wait so long to become an Emerald coach? It truly is something that can be done super quickly. So I am going to share my screen, and Amber is going to start off the call. We'll see if this actually works when I blow it up. I don't know if it will, but it should.
So you'll just have to obviously control it, because
I will. Okay.
Okay, so hold on. I want to be able to look at you guys, so I'm not just talking to the Canva. Okay, so like Haley said, when I first started coaching, I guess I didn't really see the benefit or really understand why my coach was saying, you need to go Emerald, you need to go Emerald, you need to go Emerald. It didn't really click until, I don't know, just one day I was like, oh, okay, that's why you need to go Emerald. And, it might not seem like, oh, it's just Emerald. It's not like Diamond. But when you hit that first rank, you guys, you're unlocking so much potential. So that's why at first you might just be like, oh, well, it's just an Emerald coach. But that's what's going to get you started in this business. It's going to get your foot in the door. And it is so super important to do that right off the bat, because there's some sort of percentage. If you do that right away, then you're going to continue to have that momentum and keep going. If you kind of just wait and push it off, you're pushing off and you're pushing away so much opportunity for your business to take off. So go ahead. Okay, so now I have to move you guys because it's covered. Okay, so Emerald, you are deciding to go all in with this business. And like it says, you're deciding to rise and to level up and to just you're making this decision of becoming an Emerald coach to be an active working coach. So why should you? Well, first of all, it's the first exciting, rank advancement, first title that you're going to be getting in your business. And not everybody obviously knows, all these Beachbody terms, but getting that public recognition from your coach and your team, people are going to be like, oh, wow, this is a real thing. Look at her busting her butt already. She just started this and she is look what she's doing. And people are going to be watching you. So people are nosy. They're always going to want to know what's going on. So, getting that recognition is showing people firsthand how serious you are about this. And obviously when you get that recognition, which is a vital behavior, you're going to have that confidence to literally take on this business. And even if it's, if you hit a wall or if you take off, it's going to have ups and downs, but it's going to give you that momentum and that confidence to drive this business forward and to basically have that grit and that hustle and to do whatever it takes to get you to your next goal. And basically, if you are hitting these benchmarks of, going Emerald and then going Emerald again and then going Emerald again, that's just basically showing that you are getting closer to your goals. You're hitting Success Club. You're working the business. You're doing you're inviting, you're doing the things that you need to be doing in order to work this business and to unlock everything that it has, because Emerald is just the first step.
Exactly. And something I wanted to just touch on too, like Amber said, obviously, Emerald is your first step. You will be hitting Success Club. But if you have that goal to be going on the leadership retreat with us in January, you have to be hitting these benchmarks throughout the end of this quarter, hitting Success Club, becoming an Emerald coach, because we want to see a huge group of ladies come with us on this leadership retreat. It's going to be so, so fun. And it's just things like that you can talk about. You have things to share about, like getting on Instagram and saying, oh my gosh, I didn't think this was possible. Like I just got my first promotion in my business. And like, just by talking about that, you're letting people in on what you're doing. And they're again, seeing like, oh, this is a legit thing. Like you go from just being a coach to now having a team. Yes, your team is 2 people when you're starting and you're becoming an Emerald coach, but that's amazing. Like that's still a team, and it's just going to help you unlock all the potential that there is within this business. So Amber is going to talk about the first one, which is customer leads.
So hitting Emerald rank is so important because there's so many opportunities that you get along with it. So basically customer leads are free people, free customers that Beachbody corporate assign to you. So basically, let's say that I'm like, I really want to go and sign up for a challenge pack and I don't have a coach or I don't know anybody. The system, it's random. They generate who your coach could be. So like you could get free customers that way. You could even get free coaches that way. So basically it's free people that you're getting that you can make commission off of, volume off of, and obviously give them the best experience that they could potentially turn into a coach on your team. So it's just another way to reach out to basically your cold market that this amazing company is helping you get to and, you know, move forward with growing your challengers customers as well as your coaches.
Exactly. And something with customer leads is that you don't necessarily make Success Club or
commission volume and commission
off your first order.
Commission you do.
Not Success Club points though. I'm sorry.
Not Success Club, just commission and volume. Yeah.
So it's really important for you to send them an email, reach out to those leads, because it notifies you underneath your customer list of who your new customers are. And if you're like, oh my gosh, this name is not familiar with me, it's probably a lead. And it has their email usually, like what they ordered. So you have the freedom to send them an email and be like, hey friend, I just wanted to like reach out. I am your Beachbody coach. Whenever you sign up for Beachbody, you're assigned a coach, and wanted to let you know what I have to offer. I see that you got X, Y, and Z. Here's how I can help you, blah, blah, blah. You fill in the rest. But again, it's just a great way to connect with your cold market, like Amber said. So these next 2 slides that we're going to talk about have a little bit more girth with them, but I don't want it to be overwhelming. So team volume bonuses. When you become an Emerald coach, you are truly opening up your business center. You are opening up the potential for you to continue to increase your earnings when it comes to commission. You're opening up the potential for team volume bonuses, which is called a team cycle bonus, fast start bonuses, matching bonuses, all that fun stuff. You are unlocking all of that potential for essentially money based on the volume that you are bringing in. I don't want this to be like overwhelming. So this video where this screenshot is from, if you go into your coach online office, there is a new coach training, and it's like, 5 videos. They're like, what is it, Amber, like 5 or 6 minutes long?
They're like very short. Christina, you watched them. They're really short, right? Yeah.
Super.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was talking and I realized I was on mute. There's actually like a ton of videos. I feel like it's kind of one of those things where like you start someplace and then you just keep getting further and further and further, and there's like a zillion. Yeah, it's literally a black hole. But I watched a lot of them. I jumped around a lot, but yeah, those were helpful in understanding like Success Club and kind of like the basics.
Good.
Exactly. I love it. And that's kind of what that video in there, when it refers to like the whole team volume bonuses, it really helps explain why it's important and how our system is based off of. We're not a network marketing company where like, if you're a coach underneath me, I'm not making commission off of what you are selling. Some multi-level marketing companies is like, oh, well, my upline makes 10% off of what I sell. And that's not how we operate. Every time that you order, that you sign up a coach, you have somebody else order underneath of you, you're adding to something called team volume. So obviously you guys should know by now that as a coach, when you are signing up coaches, our system is a binary system, which means you have a right leg and you have a left leg. And every time you are adding coaches, they're getting put on one of those 2 legs. as you start adding coaches to your team, you'll start to see this pool of volume. If you go on your Coach Online Office, there's literally a tab like right above earnings, and it says volume, and it's split into right and left leg, and then also shows you like team volume and personal volume, all that fun stuff. And it's on a weekly basis. Now, every time that you have a coach on the same leg as yourself, like underneath myself or Amber, that's adding volume to our team, whether it's on the right leg or the left leg. But if you're taking you solely, you're like right here. You add one coach on your right leg, it looks like this. You add a coach on your left leg, it looks like that. I don't know if that was backwards, but again, every time they order, you are adding volume. So the team cycle bonus kind of like broken down. So say you have 10 coaches on your left side, okay, and they're ordering Shakeology every single month. That is 90 PV, and it's adding volume to not only them, but it's also adding volume to yourself. But there's like 2 banks that collect volume when you become an Emerald coach. So for easy numbers, let's say your right bank account has 18 team volume points, and your left bank account is going to have 10 coaches at 90 PV each, which is 900 team volume points. So a team cycle bonus happens whenever you have a 2-to-1 ratio. So again, easy numbers, 1,800 and 900. 900 goes into 1,800 2 times. But every time that bank is collected with the 200 and 100, you are making a team cycle bonus of $14. And initially you're like, oh, cool, $14. Like, that's awesome extra money. But if you're doing that 9 times, I mean, it's just adding more and more money every single time. Like, I am so bad at math, so I'm literally not going to even try and do that. Okay. $126 just from team cycle bonuses, which is insane. And I think you can maximize this as an Emerald coach. What was it? $2,000 a week, I think. Something like that. I mean, so an extra up to $2,000, like that's honestly insane. And eventually you may get to the point where your team cycle bonus is outweighing your retail commission, and which is awesome because that shows
that's what this is about. Yeah,
exactly. That's how you're building this team. Like it's like the iceberg. You're like the very tip, but you have this entire system and network underneath of you. So you can really see the potential with this. And, if you have a right bank account with 200 and a left with 100, I mean, right there is an extra $14. And you can just see how that just continues and continues. And as you rank advance from, Emerald to Ruby to Diamond, that bonus increases. So if you're a Diamond coach, you get an $18. So you can see the potential for bigger bonuses comes about. But you only unlock that volume when you become an Emerald coach. If you are just a coach, you do not get to collect that volume at all. And what ends up happening, not to like overwhelm you, but what ends up happening is you are going to have a strong leg and a weak leg. Your strong leg is going to have some ridiculous amount of volume because, again, like you're down on the line somewhere on one of our teams, which means as we are adding coaches to that leg, that volume pool is just increasing and you're benefiting from that. Because if our team's doing well and our team is continuing to hit those cycle bonuses, everyone's getting that team cycle bonus if they're an Emerald coach, Ruby coach, Diamond coach. But again, if you're just title as a coach, you cannot unlock that. So it's really crucial for you to become an Emerald coach so you can open up the potential for you to essentially receive, I don't want to say like free money because it's not necessarily like a free, customer lead, but it technically is because as your entire team is doing well, we're adding to that volume. And I totally went off a tangent when I was talking about strong and weak legs. But you're going to see you have this pool that is, it could be in the millions depending on how big your network is. And so if you are just growing, say, your left leg because your right leg is strong, what you're doing on your left leg is still going to help you team cycle bonus. So you can really see it's truly incredible that we have the opportunity to make bonuses like this. So kind of branching off of that.
Wait, I want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry. So like Haley said, like obviously like these bonuses can outweigh your commission in your retail, which is amazing because at the end of the day, like you could, obviously you want it, this is about helping people and getting them set up with their health and fitness journey, but like you shouldn't solely rely on just that when there's so much potential of growing your teams and making money off of that way. I also wanted to say something that's super important about your legs and your volume. So say like Haley said, it's the 2 and the 1, and say that it only could cycle a certain amount of times and you have like leftover. This is where being an active coach and staying active is so important, because if you lose your active status and you go inactive for some reason, you put your shakes on hold, your credit card goes crazy or like whatever, it's just another reason why you should be staying on top of your account. But if you go inactive, you lose whatever volume you have banked, because that volume is going to constantly like flow into the week after week. But if you go inactive, you start over. So
Exactly.
So you're basically losing money, like if you don't stay an active coach. So always stay on top of your account.
And as an active coach, you need to have 50 PV. But once you become an Emerald coach, you want to be at least 75 PV. So having like,
but if we're all drinking Shakeology, like that's an easy 90. Like,
yeah, or Performance Line. I mean, either one of those,
Yeah.
Those will help you hit that PV. But that's like such a great comment that you made about carryover. That's literally the next thing that I have on here.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. This is really a great representation because it's not always going to be easy numbers like 1,800 and 900. Like in a perfect world, that would be fantastic. But it's like, okay, what if I have 856 on my left leg and then I have 321 on my right leg? Well, here's exactly what happens. You can see that this left leg volume is 540 team volume and the right leg is 200. And you can see the breakdown right here. So every 2-to-1 ratio, it's taking 200 from the left and 100 from the right, which you can see there's one cycle. Then you break it down, you're going to have 240 left over here and 0 left over. Hello, it's right there, and I'm terrible at math. I just told you that. Okay, you'll have 140 left after you are cycle bonusing 2 times. So this week, this person made an extra $28, which again, like we may see that and be like, oh, like that's awesome, but $28 is freaking amazing. I mean, that could be groceries. It can go to help paying, I don't know, for you to get your nails done or something if you love doing that and your husband yells at you. But every single week, again, why it's so important to remain active. If you had this leftover 140 team volume and you went inactive that following week, oh, well, that 140 is gone. Like, you got to start over the next week. So you can see the importance of literally just remaining active. I mean, you can still make a paycheck. Like, I keep Andrew's account active, and he's got phenomenal coaches underneath his account that I've built up, which we're going to talk about the importance of in a minute. But I mean, just because he remains active, like, yeah, I sell things or people buy things underneath his account sometimes, which really helps retail commission. But he also gets team cycle bonuses, and I don't really have to do anything on his account for him to get those, which is phenomenal. It's literally just money coming in because the team is doing well and the team is having constant orders, remaining active, and then obviously helping other people get started on their journey too. And again, you can do this up to like, $2,000 per week, which is absolutely insane. Okay. So again, just to reiterate what Emerald actually is, it just means you have one coach on your left side and one coach on your right leg. They both have to be active with at least 50 PV, but if you're getting them your best or their best bang, for their buck, then they're going to have like 150, 160 PV with the challenge pack that they get. So you don't have to worry about that. And now they have to remain active every single month in order for you to be an active Emerald coach. That is why it is so crucial once you get somebody started that you like retain them as a customer. It's like literally customer retention. You want them to be ordering something every single month, whether it's Shakeology, 2 packs of beach bars, Performance Line, Energize, Hydrate, and Collagen, like literally any mixture that just keeps them active. And we're going to talk a little bit about what those two coaches should look like as you're starting out. Again, like when I tell people about like my coming to Emerald story, I did not want to sign up Andrew because we were just dating at the time, and I was like, I'm just going to do my own thing. I don't really know if I want this as a business. But then once I saw what happened when other people signed up their husbands and like the potential that it unlocked for them to have essentially like another business center and another stream of income, I was like, I really wish I would have done that sooner, you know, but it is what it is. It, you know, it happened and it's not a big deal. But again, we're going to talk about that, not to like overwhelm you, but super simple. Emerald is just two coaches, and they don't have to be coaches who want to like run with this business right away. They can be people who just want to do this for the discount. You know, as a coach, you get 25% discount on all products. And you can even kind of tell them, you know, if it's somebody who is like struggling to spend the $160 on themselves, just be like, hey, I just wanted to let you in on like the referral program. Here's kind of what it is. You know, if you get 3 other people to join you, you'll cover the cost of your initial, you know, $160. And that at first may be like overwhelming to them, but I guarantee anybody that you sign up has at least 3 to 5 people that they could probably bring along with them to support them. And they don't have to necessarily coach them. They can just throw them into the challenge group. They can connect them with you. But again, it just kind of helps incorporate that volume and keep it like steadily increasing. All right. So last slide, what is needed as an Emerald coach? Like we just said, personally sponsoring, signing up 2 coaches, 1 on your left leg, 1 on your right leg. And I'll let Amber talk. Do you want to say anything real quick?
So basically, like Haley said, with her whole, I know Christina, I was actually just telling you the story about her the other day. It's obviously not mandatory to sign up your spouse, mom, dad, sister, brother, whatever, but it's highly recommended because it's all about strategy. And having them at the top of your organization is just crucial because, again, it's like double dipping. Like whatever your team is doing below you, everything flows up. So not only will whoever your first coach is get it, but you'll get it. I was going to say something else about that too. And obviously when you do go Emerald, you don't want to like slow down or take a step back because you really want to try to be a comfortable Emerald, because God forbid one of those coaches goes inactive. So right when you get, you know, your very first 2 coaches, continue to work to get 2 more coaches, because that's all this is, you guys, is duplication of staying consistent and becoming Emerald and having your coaches become Emerald. And then that's how you guys are going to continuously grow and rank advanced.
And it's not supposed to be this like huge complicated goal that's like very hard to reach and very out of reach, because to be honest with you guys, Emerald is a straight up decision. Mm-hmm. If you really want to unlock the potential that this business has to offer you, then there's no reason why you should not become an Emerald coach. Like this is something that can truly be done in 24 hours. And you know, yes, I understand like it's going to cost money to sign up your husband or a sibling or your parent. But at the end of the day, you signing them up, you know, whether with a challenge pack or I don't know, with 50 PV and paying the $39 coach fee, like you're going to make that back in a month or 2, depending on how you're working your business, you know, and it honestly helps you get skin in the game. Like if I told you, okay, when you sign up your spouse, you're going to spend $150, now go make the return on your investment. You're probably going to bust your butt off to get 3 more people to join you so you can cover the return, or you can make the return on that initial investment that you made for your spouse's account. I will tell you right now that yes, it took me time to build Andrew's account, but that $160 is like a pocket change now, like with what he's bringing in every single week. And I don't even do anything really on his account anymore. I was very lucky to get good coaches underneath him that want to work the business, but you never know what's going to happen when you sign somebody up. You know, and that's why Amber said it's so important to be a strong Emerald. You know, getting those first 2 coaches is awesome, but what if 3 months down the road, one of them decides, hey, I'm going to put my orders on hold. They're going to go inactive. You're going to lose your Emerald status. But when you have 2 other coaches that could essentially be placeholders, you know, and replace where that other person, drop to inactive status, I mean, you're still going to remain Emerald. You're not going to go inactive. You're going to be able to get those bonuses, receive all that additional like income that's possible with this. And something that I really wish I would have done sooner is I wish I would have seen, like, obviously the potential that comes with being an Emerald coach, but I wish I would have been more comfortable to tell people about what I was doing initially, because I think it's so important to let your friends and family in on what you're doing and letting them know, hey, I have this goal. I want you to be here to support me. Let's do this together. Like, let's get you on Shakeology, or let's get you on Performance Line or something. Here you can get 25% discount and you're going to help me in this way. And maybe they have 2 friends that will do it with them, and you can just see how the butterfly effect happens, and you're still continuing to increase volume. You're getting your family and friends healthier. They're living out this healthier lifestyle. They don't have to be gung-ho like you are. They don't have to do the workouts and be in challenge groups. I mean, just getting them to do something with living healthier and just being there to support you. Like, I guarantee that we all have either supportive family members or supportive friends, or I don't know, siblings of our spouses, whatever, that would be there to help us if we genuinely sat them down and had that conversation with them. And it's just so important for you to invite those people in on this. And they're the hardest conversations to have. And sometimes family isn't always the most supportive, but when I think they see your passion behind it and they see your why and your reason for doing this, what's going to stop them,
Yes, I agree. And you can't, like Kayla said, you can't be afraid to approach. You can't be afraid to, tell them what you're doing, and you can't discount anybody. Don't make the decision for them, because you honestly never know. And we're supposed to be making these lists of 100 people. It might seem like, oh my God, 100 people, but we all know 100 people. And the people at the top of those lists, Danielle Natoni calls it her dirt list. If you sat them down and you told them what you were doing and you were selling dirt, they would buy dirt from you because they want to see you succeed. They want to support you, or they could even benefit from this business as well. So you have to be inviting, you have to be sharing, because you never know.
So true. And like Amber said, start making that list. You can't say no for anybody when it comes to talking about the coaching opportunity or being a part of your fit camp, because you don't how much this has changed your life, and you could be that one person who helps them change their life or change the life of somebody else. And one last thing that I wanted to touch on was this U+2 rule. And this is kind of where Beachbody throws us a bone essentially, and where we talk about how you can have a controlled account, whether it's parent, sibling, husband, whatever. You get to use your credit card on their account. You get to use your bank information on their account. So the income that you'd be bringing in from a spouse account, I mean, we probably more than likely have joint accounts, but it can all be going to that same account. Or if it's a parent, you can put all of your information, so you don't have to use their credit cards, you don't have to use their bank information. And then obviously if you start signing up people underneath them, that commission's going to you. It's not like it's going to go to your brother or your sister. So you can do that with 2 accounts. So you technically could sign up your husband and your brother if you wanted to, and you could go Emerald and have the control of their account and be paying for it. And again, people are well, I don't want to waste all that money, or I don't want to spend all that money. And yeah, I mean, I understand it is putting a lot of skin into the game, so tell yourself, okay, well, once I get one coach to sign up, I'm going to sign up my husband, or I'm going to sign up my sister, or I'm going to sign up my mom. Do it for a month or 2. You're either getting Shakeology or Performance Line underneath your account. Order some beach bars, order sample packets. People love that stuff. People love getting free stuff. Do a giveaway. And that's super, super easy. And just, again, one last thing, I know we just said this, but don't be afraid to talk about the coaching opportunity. Even though you're just a coach, you're still a coach, you still have the opportunity to help people. And there's a reason why you signed up to be a coach, right? You're either falling in love with these programs, falling in love with this community, you're ready to make this a side hustle, make this a full-time thing, whatever it is. But you wouldn't have signed up to be a coach if you didn't see the potential and the vision behind becoming a coach, right? Like, why not start talking about that? Letting people know, like tonight, taking a snapshot or a boomerang of all of us on this call and saying, so pumped to be a part of a leadership or mentorship group that's going to help me level up in my business. Why would you not post that? You need to let people in on what you're doing and not just posting this sweaty selfie flex pic or just your workouts. Like, you have to unlock both sides of what you're doing, the fitness aspect and the health aspect of things, but then also the business opportunity side, because you don't know how many people that are watching you right now maybe hate their full-time jobs, or maybe they need an outlet for them to be creative, or they have a passion for helping people and they're not getting that from their current job, or maybe they need community. And you could be bridging that gap for them when they're like, oh, she gets like trainings and all these resources as a coach. Like, that's really helpful, and maybe they will be more inclined to joining a sneak peek, or maybe they'll answer your polls more frequently. You know what I mean? Like, when they see what you have to offer them and what you're getting, they're going to be like, oh, wait a second, maybe I could do this too.
And also, like Haley had mentioned, like the whole I'm just a coach thing, you have to remember that like we all start somewhere and you are a part of this amazing organization. So use that to your advantage. Like, you might not have any challengers in your challenge group, but there are plenty of women in there that are kicking butt. Like, highlight that. Somebody rank advanced on our team, highlight that. Like, you are a part of that. It doesn't necessarily have to be your specific coach, and they don't know that anyways. You know what I mean? Like, be proud and highlight the little things to make it, like, to show how serious and amazing this business really is.
100%. And just like when you go onto like the My Challenge Tracker app, or you're in a Facebook group or whatever, circling like how many people have checked in or how many people are in this group, like, so incredibly excited to be in a group with over 200 women who are crushing their health and fitness goals. Like, thank you for the accountability and support every single day. Like, put a poll. I need this. I want in. Like, it's something as simple as that, just doing that daily check-in, but breadcrumbing something about coaching every single day. It's so important. We have like 4 minutes left. So does anybody have any questions about anything that we talked over, need anything explained, or want to just comment on anything?
So if you're adding a family member and you're going to be like fronting the money, basically, like you're basically just using their name, you have to keep them active with 50 PV every month, right? Okay, just want to make sure I got that right.
And something that a lot of people do is like, obviously, like, you want to hit Emerald ASAP, because in that first month, right, you could get essentially 3 weeks or 4 weeks of a team cycle bonus, however big or however small it is, and give yourself 4 weeks to sign up 2 new coaches. And then you can drop their account to inactive for a month or 2, however long that you need to. Or you can keep them active and start throwing coaches underneath of them if you really wanted to increase the volume. So you can really manage that account however you want, but as long as you're keeping it active, then you will remain active as an Emerald coach.
Okay.
Like, I've done that with my dad before. Like, I needed to hit a certain rank, and I was like, I need one more active coach. Like, I can sign up one more person in my family. I'm going to sign up my dad. And so I just signed him up as a coach, did 50 PV, and he's military. So he got the 1595, like, waived every single month, which was really helpful. But if I need him to go active, I just order something underneath his account. So
that military is really helpful. Wow. Yeah.
Totally.
I know, like, so my mom is a coach on my team, but she doesn't, she just drinks Shakeology, but every once in a while she will, and she's on my strong leg, so it doesn't really affect me just because I have so many coaches over there. But every once in a while, when I know if she's not going to order anything, sometimes I'll order stuff through her. But like I said, it's not like she's like on Alex's leg or on my left, a weak leg, but
it is really helpful though. Like,
it's good to, yeah.
Really, when you think about it, if you're ordering something underneath their account, you're benefiting from it because it's adding volume underneath one of your legs, whichever leg that they're on.
So then if they go inactive and you're not ordering product for them, you're still just paying the $15.95. Okay. This is really complicated.
Well, It's okay. I mean, you're asking questions, so it'll start to make sense.
It will.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Just know that as a coach, you're always going to have the $15.95 fee, whether you're active or inactive. But to be active, you need to be at least 50 PV.
That $15.95 takes care of everything. Like, we don't deal with returns. We don't deal with shipping and product and all that. So that $15 a month, $16 a month deals with your back office. So it does a lot, because there's a lot of companies out there that you have to do everything. So.
So it's only 50 PV for us to stay active as coaches? Because I've heard like 75, I've heard 90, and like I just don't know which one
it is 90 when you get to what is it, diamond?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it's 100. No, is it 100?
So no, in order for you to qualify for like Success Club 5 All-Star, or hitting it for 12 months or 24 months, whatever it is, you have to remain either 75 for an Emerald coach, 90 for a Diamond coach, 100 for a Diamond coach.
Bar. Yeah.
But if you're ordering something every single month, you're going to be hitting that. And obviously, if you have people signing up, they're adding to that volume pool as well. So realistically, if you're hitting Success Club and you're having an order, you're always going to hit it every single month.
But if you're just like a coach who's not doing anything, you have to have 50 PV.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's good to know for your coaches too, because like I have a bunch of discount coaches that don't do anything, and I'll be like, oh, you're inactive. Just remember, you have to be at 50 PV.